Hello, everyone.
Good evening.
Welcome to Piccadilly Stampin'. I'm Pamela Pick.
And I'm Bill Pick.
And let's see if we can...
You are live.
Am I? Okay, let me see if I can get it up here. There we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. So come on in, say hello, tell us where you're from, share to a friend. If you got a crafty friend who would love to join us tonight, we got a lot to talk about.
Hi, Jackie. Hi, Cindy.
Jackie's here. She didn't know if she was going to make it. Oh, you did make it in back in time. Hi, Cindy. And I can see Cindy. Well, we're glad you're here, Jackie, but I hope you didn't rush. I want you to be safe always, you know. Thanks for sharing. Hi, Lori. Hi, Jean. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah. I didn't see Jean Orwig, so I just shared to her.
Oh, I don't know about Jean Shoot.
I did share with Jean Shoot.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if she's here. I haven't seen her.
And Lori Fox is there.
Hi, Shirley.
And Shirley.
Shirley's from Missouri, too.
Yep. Marcia.
Dinner ended at 7. Oh, okay. Marcia's on? I don't see that. How do you get these before me?
It
Hi,
says
France.
Marcia's watching.
I see.
Hello.
Do you see France?
Yep.
What'd you have for dinner, Jackie? There's Beth Ann. The party can start. Beth Ann's
That's
here.
right. Beth Ann's here. Party's starting.
If Joy was here, then I could blame all my mistakes on her.
Oh, I tagged her.
Did you really?
Spooky's here.
Hi, Julie. Oops, oops, oops. That's going to fall. That's going to fall. Don't fall. Okay, don't touch anything. So, let's get going. We're doing 2 cards tonight. We have quite a bit of things to talk about. And we've got
a lot of new stuff.
Yes, we're going to be using a lot of the new online exclusives. This is going to be the featured set tonight, is the Wooded Acres. If you haven't seen this, it's so cute. We're going to use this. I'm going to use a lot of other stuff, but we're going to use this in 2 different ways. So, same design. I'm just going to flip it and just show you something else. And I've got a lot of tips because these cards are not hard at all. So, let's get into sharing, shall we?
Okay.
So, I got this beautiful card from Marcia.
Yes,
That's
it
so
was.
gorgeous. This was a horse set that I still have because I will not sell it. From, oh gosh, maybe 4 or 5 years now. I wish they'd bring it back. It's so wonderful.
You asked Jackie what she had, right?
Yeah, what'd she have?
A chili crisp brisket burger.
Ooh, that sounds good. And then this sweet card was from my friend France. It is so cute. I love the granny apple green in this with the shaded spruce. I love the color of greens, but I love how she cut the DSP, and then she always does them so that I can donate them, and then she incorporated it on the inside. Isn't that awesome? So thank you, France. Okay, is Mary Jo on here? Have you seen Mary Jo?
Not yet.
Maybe you want to tag her, but okay. Well, here's the thing. This is the showstopper. You guys ready for this? Now, Mary Jo is one of my downline too, so she doesn't sign things either so that I can donate them. But here we go. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Isn't that just the cutest?
It is. It's awesome.
Wow. It is so cute. So you guys, thank you for these cards. I love it, and I love being able to donate those. Okay. So if you are new to my channel, please click that bell to subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. Comment, like, and share. If you share, you get your name into the drawing that we have from last week's cards. So here's the cards that we did last week. And should we draw?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay.
My fingers are all limbered up.
Okay. Oops, oops, oops. I dropped one. I was trying to shake him up. Okay, so you guys, here we go.
1 and 2.
Ooh, you kind of had a reach on that. Maybe you should move the
Maybe I should get closer. Huh?
Closer.
Lisa Nichols.
All right, Lisa.
Lisa.
Okay, now I know the name, but I'm not sure I have the address. It's been a long time, so if you are watching, please message me on Facebook when we're done with the video, and I will definitely mail that out to you.
And Lori Davis Workman.
Oh, Lori. All right, Lori. I know
From
I
here
have.
in Illinois.
Yeah, I know I have. Maybe we should just drive it over to her and meet her. No? Okay, so I'm pretty sure I have Lori. Oh, I forgot about Tracy's newest creation is this little sea turtle with the sunflowers. Is Nick on?
Mm-hmm.
Because Nick loves sunflowers. Isn't
Hi,
that
Mary
just
Ellen.
the cutest thing? Hi, Mary Ellen. How's the weather up there? Are you staying put or being blown away? She's up in the upper part of New York.
New York.
Yes. Okay, so back to what I was saying. I've got a special announcement at the end, so stay. If you like good deals,
That's right. Make sure you're staying for it.
You're really going to want to stick around for this one. Okay, this is the Wooded Acres. This is an online exclusive set, and this is going to be the one that I'm going to be using on both cards. I'm going to be doing the same thing. I'm just going to be turning the card and showing you how you can take something that's exactly the same and make it look completely different. So I've got a lot of good tips and tricks. These cards are simple. You guys will know how to stamp them just fine. It's just some of the tips and tricks I want to teach you tonight. So this is called Wooded Acres. This is an online exclusive. Since it doesn't have any sentiments, I'm pairing one of the sentiments with one of the cards with the Saying Hey sentiment and one with the Pattern of Friendship that you've seen me use a couple different times already with and without the die. This is a great, if you don't like the die, the stamp set is still great. I'm going to get this Let's Keep in Touch with that. So it's the only thing. If you do purchase it together, though, you do save 10%. I'm going to be pairing it with the Timber 3D Embossing folder. In fact, I will pull this out right now while I have it in my hand so I don't have to do two steps. This one is, you can find this in my online store. I'm going to, you guys have been seeing me use this a lot. This is,
I don't know, you covered it up.
I did cover it up, is the Textured Notes dies. This is an online exclusive, and I'm going to say that this is going to be really big for a couple reasons, and I want to tell you about that. One, look at all the neat little different designs on it. Two, they layer up really good. Three, on all of our other die sets that are rectangles, it's a weird number. These you can go, when I say a weird number, if you want to mat it with another piece of paper, these mat by the 1/4 inch or the 1/8 inch instead of going like 4 3/8 and then you get like something that's a 1/16 if you want to get a mat on it. You can mat by the 1/4 inch, and that has been my favorite thing about these. We are also using a background stamp called Painted Stripes, and this will be on the second card, and I've got some great tips with this.
Oh, yeah.
So let's get started. I know that's a lot, but this is one of my mashups, I guess, right? So let's start with this one since I have this out here. This is Night of Navy, and I ran that through the Timber Embossing folder.
It's kind of cool.
Was Lori here, by the way? Lori Workman, was she
I
here?
haven't seen her yet. She usually comes on.
Okay. Well, when she does, you'll have to tell her. So we've got a Night of Navy base, card base, and I am just going to fold this over. Having my 2 fingers and thumbs, put that in the center, go down into the middle and out, unless you want to go and use the score tool. I know a lot of people use the score tool or even the Stampin' trimmer with the score tool to get that score line. Sometimes I'm just too lazy to pull it out, but that's how I get that lined up really well. I will say I did see something recently where people were using the score tool, but if you're measurements were off. They were saying that if you use the edge of this when you fold down, even after you've done the score tool, and that way you know that you've got those lined up. I thought that was a neat tip.
That is kind of a cool tip.
Yeah, I thought I'd share. So this is pretty easy. We're just going to go ahead and adhere these two together.
And that has that background stamp on it. Or not stamp, die.
This is an embossing folder. Yeah, I knew you were searching.
I would get there eventually. It'd be an embellishment? No, let's see. Is it die?
He was trying really hard.
Getting there.
You were. Okay.
All I knew, it wasn't a punch.
So we're going to start with this and just set that aside. Then I am going to bring, this is, let me pull out that, let me go grab that die set so I can show you, because I'm going to have to work back and forth so that they can see what I'm doing. So the one that I chose for this is from the inside. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 3 from the outside. Okay, we're gonna just leave this here. So I want to take a piece of, this is just computer paper that is scrap, and I'm gonna place this down. Let's take out
blue on blue,
Azure Afternoon, Lemon Lime Twist, and Night of Navy. So let's look at this combination, you guys. If you do it in ombre form, lightest to darkest, and my tags are just a little bit faded, but they're so awesome together. I love a blue and green, and specifically I like the Lemon Lime Twist with the navy. It is so pretty. Okay, so we're gonna start with the lightest color first, and I'm gonna use that image and I want to make sure it's cleaned off, so let me get my chamois. Bill washed my chamois for me tonight. I love it when he does that. I don't know why, it's one of those things I don't like to do, but I want to make sure it's clean. We're going to be using...
You make me do it.
I make you do it. Yeah, I hold you and I force you to do it, don't I?
You tell me it's my chores.
It is your chore. I hate to do it. So let's ink this up, and I'm going to turn this a little to the side because that way the image...
That's Night of Navy, right? The base.
The base is Night of Navy, yes. Okay. But this is basic white. And this is Lemon Lime Twist that I'm inking up in. And you can just pick whatever you want, but I'm going to just go ahead and... right there. Okay. There's my first layer. So, again, that was Lemon Lime Twist. Now I'm going to do an ombre order, but because this color is green and yellow, I don't want it to make that come off as a weird greenish blue. So I want it to be the Azure Afternoon. And Azure. You like saying that, don't you? Azure. Azure. You're not French. Is that what it is? It sounds like a French.
You know what it sounds like?
What?
Stuff you dip a roast beef sandwich in.
The stuff you dip a roast beef sandwich in.
French dip.
Oh, au jus sauce. There you go. It took me a minute. Sometimes he's over here doing this. The stuff you dip a roast beef sandwich in.
Because everybody can see me doing that.
Yeah, like you all can see that. Goofball. Hey, do you have a joke for tonight?
I do.
Okay, you want to tell it?
Sure.
Let me just say one thing. I'm going to layer this right over what I just stamped. Okay, now.
How do you contact an amoeba?
An amoeba or an amoeba?
Amoeba.
Amoeba? How do you contact an amoeba?
Yeah.
You can't contact an amoeba. They're a single cell object, or living single cell, right?
Yeah.
How do you contact them? I don't know, Bill.
By cellular phone.
Oh, by a cell phone. That was kind of dorky. So.
It was.
Now, I didn't have to clean this because I was going into a darker blue. If you're in the same color family, you don't have to, but I was trying to concentrate on the whole amoeba joke. So going right into the Night of Navy. And we're going to just go right again. Now, I'm kind of cinching these up.
They loved it.
I think they don't love it. I think they just say that to...
They print it.
They what?
They type it.
Oh, they do?
Yep. Ha, ha, ha.
Oh. No, people, do not. If I don't let him tell me a joke, this is kind of what happens. I think he's got a word quota every day. Now, since we're going to be using this stamp for the next card, I'm going to go ahead and clean it off ahead of time and set that aside. So here is the color combo. Isn't it great? I think it is.
I think it is too. I like that.
What I want to do is...
Quite an ombre.
I don't have this a 1/4 inch. Most of you know that I like the 1/8 inch border. I think that Lemon Lime Twist, first of all, let me just say that this combination is so pretty. It brings out the vibrance of the blue. I love it. It's like blue and yellow, you know, how they go so well together, but it's got that little bit of green. But you could do the 1/4 inch. I just made the matte an 1/8 inch difference, but you could do a 1/4 if you wanted to. I know some people don't like to work in the 1/8 inch. I do.
Love the combo of colors.
Isn't it gorgeous?
Yeah, very pretty.
Yes. So, since I've become a demonstrator, I have learned to love colors I never thought I would. I never thought I'd live in a blue house. I never thought I'd have a blue kitchen. I never considered blue as a color, and now I love it. And the more I'm into it, it surprises me because I am like a pink and orange girl. I like the brights, but oh well. Okay, so this is pretty simple on there. I don't know why. Still trying to get over the cold, but we're doing much better. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead. I like to glue my stuff flat, so we're just going to go ahead and glue this flat. This is not, I don't know how much the stamp set cost. I don't know if one of my sister demonstrators on here does, but it's not an expensive stamp set. So you compare this with all kinds of things that you may already have. I love it because this...
Say your thing matches your bowl.
It does! That is weird. I didn't even notice that. I wonder if that's what inspired me. Which, we're going to talk about this a little later, aren't we, Bill?
Yep, we are.
'Cause why? He wants me to tell you guys early, but I'm not.
We have specials.
So I have a piece of Azure Afternoon. This is just a scrap piece, one that I see I have some sort of a score line, or maybe it was part of a card base or something, who knows. But I am going to take it, and just on the bottom here, I'm going to do a little bit of my Emboss Buddy, and then I'm going to take my Versamark pad. It's a watermark pad, and I want to use that sentiment, Let's Keep in Touch, from that set. So I'm going to, when you have a thin stamp like this, small stamp, small pressure. So I'm going to tap this in, and then I'm going to look to see, it's really hard on the clear ones, but I'm going to see if it has ink on it. I think I'm good. I will stand up.
Embossing.
Yes, we're going to do a little embossing, okay?
Woo-hoo!
Bill likes that. So I love this new white emboss powder. I know I keep talking about it, but I really do, because the other emboss powder that we had was not as bright, and I love the fact that this is very, very bright. So we're going to go here and stick a little emboss powder down. Tap off the excess. This was my favorite when I first started stamping. This was my favorite technique, was embossing. And I gotta say, it kind of still is. I love doing where you put the like gold down, and then you heat this up, and then you do like you paint in it, I love that. Okay, so we're just going to heat this up. And for anybody who may be new, it like melts it, this heat tool. You want to keep this moving, but it melts it. Can you see that coming through?
Sure can. It's magical.
Isn't that cool? And it makes like a little coating on it. Okay, so we're going to let that cool a minute. We're going to be using this again. But I will bring out the trimmer. Let's see. Once that's cool, then you can wipe away any of the excess. And I'm just going to cut a 1/2 inch here. I'm turning it over only because this side isn't exactly stable. So we'll do like a 1/2 inch, let's say. I hope that's good. Yeah, it looks good to me. And I don't, you guys know, I don't really measure. I measure with my heart. That's what I'm going to call it. So I think I want to leave a little
Kinda
extra.
like how you cook.
Yeah,
A sprinkle of this and a sprinkle of that. How did I make that recipe again?
Bill says, will you do that for me again? I'm like, I don't remember what I did. What did I make the other night? Or last night? Was it last night?
The breakfast casserole?
Yeah, I made a breakfast casserole, but I didn't have a recipe, so I went, that can't be too hard. Okay.
And it was good. It's gone.
It's gone. Yeah. Bill had it for breakfast this morning. So if you don't have the tailored tag punch, you can go here the old-fashioned way and clip up and make a little flag. And that's what I'm doing, which not very hitting my table trash very well. Okay, do I like that or do I want that to be a different size? So let's see on here. Yeah, I like that because I'm gonna do a little bit here. So let's take dimensionals. And I think for this one I better use small ones and place them on. I've been doing these short fingernails and I'm having a hard time getting these little backings off. But since the lupus, it's like my fingernails break so easy and it's just easier to leave them short. Okay, so let's put it on here like so. It's coming together that azure afternoon. I did never put this combination together. I was just sitting around and I thought, oh, let's see what this looks like. So where is my, I must start a new one. Oh, shoot. I hate it when I start a new one. Oh, here it is. I don't like to start a new one on camera because it's always like I'm having trouble finding the end. Okay, so I'm going to bring out the ribbon wrap, and we're going to do the teeniest bow you can make on a ribbon wrap, a double bow. So I hook it into the side, and you want to cross over and go one. So it's just the two. These are the teeniest two. And so now I've got the second one around here. We're going to clip this off. This will be part of our giveaway, by the way, as a ribbon wrap. Oops.
Giveaway.
For the special. Be part of it.
Specials. Woohoo!
So we're going to come through, tie a knot.
You know what?
What?
Next month, we're going to be trying to break a record.
Yeah, Bill is kind of excited. Stampin' Up! Has given us a sales goal, and we're going to try to break a record together. We've set a deal, and so we've made some pretty fun giveaways.
That's right.
And so they're in succession, so you can earn a little or you can earn a lot. Okay, so now I've got my double bow. Or you can win it all. Yeah, you really can. Okay, so it's just the teeniest little bow. Looks like a mosquito, doesn't it? It's just tiny. Okay, we're going to cut off the excess here. I had Bill and I were trying to figure out how to do this, and I had to make sure he understood it well, so that he could explain it to you, because he's pretty excited. So I've got a glue dot here, and I am going to use my take your pick tool. And we're going to put this right here.
Yeah, I'm just reading some comments, sorry.
Is there anything I need to be aware
I
of?
love the ribbon racks.
Okay, then let's pull out a couple of these iridescent pearls, because they'll show up really good.
That's right. Under the trees.
Under the trees? No, I wasn't going to put them there, but okay.
Oh, okay. Around the tree.
I was going to put it on the...
on the dark blue?
Yeah.
On the navy. The night of navy.
Yeah, so that it would show up really well. So just a couple. You can do however you want to with your embellishments, but this is such a simple card, yet it's just so much fun, right?
Yep.
So how about if we take the same card and let's change it so it looks different. Change the orientation and everything and the colors.
Let's do another one.
We'll do another one. Okay. So, starting again, we're going to, where's my card pack? Oh, here it is. So we're going to pull out another card pack. Over here, yeah. And on this one, I just to change it up a little bit, I went ahead and cut it at 4 1/4, and then I scored it at 5 1/2. And this is the valley side, so that's what I'm going to put in here. Okay.
What colors are next?
Okay, so now we're going to do, my colors are faded, but this is Petal Pink, Calypso Coral, and Crumb Cake.
Which is funny that they're faded, because there's no sun in this room.
No, with the lupus I can't
That's your lights.
be it, yeah, just when I'm taping here. I can't be exposed to a lot of sunlight. So we've got this. We're going to come back to this. Okay, let's get the embossing done. So I have the smallest. Now let me grab the thing here again. So this is the smallest center piece. And then this one is the next one up. So you're going to need the two smallest ones on this one. Plus, you're going to need a crumb cake in the 1, 2, 3, 4th from the center. Okay, so starting with the Calypso Coral, and I will need my tweezers for this. We're going to do this again.
Ooh, more embossing?
More embossing, yep, because I want the white on that. So we're going to take that, and we're going to take, now this is from the Simply Said stamp set, so let me pull that out so I can show you again. This is the Simply Said, or Saying Hey, sorry. Saying Hey. So I'm doing this one a little bit more masculine, so I've got Hey, Good Looking. You guys remember that song? My mom used to sing me that song. Hey, hey, good looking.
What you got cooking?
Oh, you did know it.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Petal Pink, Calypso Coral, and
Crumb cake. Yeah. So I'm going to ink that up. I am going to stand for this again. Give it a good press. Then I'm going to take the reverse tweezers here and the emboss powder. I need to pull more out of my container.
Yeah, quit being so stingy with it.
I know. But emboss powder does go bad.
No,
Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, after a while
Expires?
it expires, yes.
Expired.
From that ant commercial,
That's
the ants, it's you watch too much TV, boy. That is funny. Okay, so good looking, we've got there. Then I can move that out of my way. We'll get the... So I took a class recently on making reels, and I bought some equipment. So hopefully I'll be doing reels here soon. And you guys can get some quick cards without all the explanation for those of you who have been here a while and know how to stamp. Okay. Is that, did I get it all? Oh, it looks like I missed one little spot. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to let that cool. And while that one's cool, I'm going to grab the Calypso Coral, and we're going to use the Hey.
Hey.
Hey. Hey, good looking. I thought you'd like that.
I do.
And I am going to stand again. So I'll center that on here. Give it a good press, especially on these wide stamps. I find that if you give it a moment, you don't necessarily have to press hard, but then you get a really good imprint. Okay, so we're going to set this aside.
What's the new embossing powder again?
It's called Wow. This is in the basics, but it's called Wow.
Oh.
And this is the opaque bright white.
Misread it.
Oh.
Wow is a good name for the new embossing powders.
Oh,
Wow.
okay. Yeah, wow. Okay, so now we're going to turn this the other direction. And, oh, I'm going to need all of these back. What am I thinking? So let's start again with the lightest color. So we're going to go with the Petal Pink. And since this image isn't going to fit all the way across, I don't need to ink the whole thing up. So I'm just going to ink part of it here. Make sure I get that Petal Pink. It's kind of a light color, so I want to have a good coverage of it. And then let's just start up here. And this one I might spread out a little bit more. I've got a little bit more room. Good press. Okay, so it does show on that crumb cake. And then you can see the detail. And each one of these are detailed a little bit differently. Now, when you're going from a lighter color to a darker color, this really isn't going to affect the ink. So I can go right on in to the next layer. So I'm going to do the crumb cake on crumb cake. So we're going to ink this up. And I'll go maybe down a little farther than I did the last one. Okay. Now this is brown, so since I'm going into the Calypso Coral, I am going to re-ink it, or clean it. You okay?
Yeah.
We're both still getting over it. That influenza was pretty harsh. So right into Calypso Coral, and then we'll make this one a little bit farther down too. So about like that. So on both of these, it's a different look, right? Because I didn't use white on this one, so it maybe isn't as bright, which is okay. I want to do something, and I'm using a color called Petal Pink, which in my professional opinion, that is not pink. That is Petal Peach. But just saying, does that look pink to you? Or does that look pink to you? Okay, now here's the next tip. Let me sit down again. We're gonna, actually the next tip is after I glue the base down. This is a Calypso Coral base. And again, I just use the 1/8 inch, but you could do a 1/4 inch if you're more comfortable that way. Oh, well, that was not good at all. I needed that piece of paper, so we're gonna fold it over.
What?
I got my glue on.
Goobered it.
I goobered it. That's right. I goobered it. Okay.
That's why it's scrap paper.
So, yeah, that's why I use scrap paper. So, let me grab the next thing. this stamp set. It's called Painted Stripes. Now this is a red rubber stamp set. I love background stamps. When I first started stamping with them, I would ink my block up, have it on my block, and I would go like this. And sometimes I'd be off. It'd be on a kilter. So if you haven't seen me using this since this came out, I know some people don't use theirs anymore. I think it's incredibly stupid. This is a really, really wonderful, wonderful mat. Not only
can still get it.
Yes, this is still available. But anyway, let me explain this. You don't need this. You don't need this block. I'm going to put this block away. You don't need it because
put pressure on it.
Right, it's really hard for my hands to get the pressure even and everything on it. So on with your background stamps or larger stamps, you can put it down, and what's neat is this has the grid. So I can line this up. Tell me I'm in on grid and get that straight, okay? Then you can take, and I'm going to use the Petal Pink, and you can go right like this. It's easier to actually ink this up, I think, because you know, if you use the block like this and you do a thing, you're going to get a line through it. So what's nice is you can ink it up in sections and work it around very easily. It's held, it's flat on my surface.
Not moving.
It's not moving. Now this is supposed to look like you water striped some color onto your card. So I'm going to place this down. It's easier for me to see that I've got it lined up like so. Then I'm going to take that scrap piece of paper that I have, and I am going to put that on top. Then I'm going to come over here and grab one of my longer blocks. Sorry, they're dirty. I use these every single day. I have dirty blocks, so I'm a crafter for real. And then I can come, this is flat, so I'm not going to go down into crevices or anything. It's going to hold it very, very flat for you. And the other thing that I like is if I get ink on this thing, now, first of all, if it would have come off, it would have come off on there. Pull this up.
Woohoo!
And there it is. And it's just so much lined up, so much better for me. So I love it. I think it's awesome. It comes with this silicone mat to hold things so they don't escape on you, little dies. I use it for little pieces of paper, that type of stuff. And it comes with a chamois, not this one, but it does come with the chamois that you can use. And I like that too. You can clean it up. Another tip, take a little rubbing alcohol for your blocks, or for, like I've got some, it looks like some old glue on there. Take a little rubbing alcohol for your blocks or for your glass mat, and it will clean up ink, glue, everything so beautifully. Don't you just love it?
Oh, I love it.
Do they?
And the fact that you can still buy it if you don't have one.
Yeah, you can still buy it if you don't have one.
I would wait till next week.
Say that again louder.
Don't buy it now. Wait till next week.
Wait till next week, he says. Now, don't put the, you see, I don't use a lot of the stickers anyway. They're great stickers, but don't put the sticker on, because then it really sticks hard to everything, the block or everything. It's just easier to use it that way, and then you've got it lined up straight. Okay, back to what we were doing now. We've got this done. So let's look at putting our little image right down here. So we've changed the angle from this way to this way. We've added a different background. That was embossed. This one we've stamped. What's anyone saying? Anything?
I never thought about using the glass mat that way.
Oh yeah. If you've got it, use it. Especially if you have shaky hands or anything. That is one of my favorite things to do. Unless you've got like a Stamparatus or something like that. Stamp adjusting tool. It is just extremely wonderful. I use my Stamparatus all the time, but on background stamps, it's so easy to just do that. Okay, so I've put this on here. Now we want to look at where we want this, and I want this here. So let's grab this and this right here and some of the dimensionals. Are they sticking with us?
Yeah.
Are you guys feeling it?
I think so.
Okay, just checking. Everyone awake? Or did people blow away in the wind? I saw that Krabby Alley today and I had to share that on my wall because it has been, now remember, your silicone mat, it won't stick to that. Don't stick it to this, stick it to that. These are like, I don't know, $6 or $7, and it is completely wonderful if you don't have one. It's a tool of the trade that I will not give up. Okay, so hey, good looking. That's you, Bill.
Oh, okay. Hi.
Hey, good looking.
Hey, what you got, Cookie?
Well, apparently for you, it's egg bake.
Egg bake.
Let's stick that on here. So we have totally changed the look of this by changing just a few things. Now,
And for the people up north in Minnesota,
yeah,
it's a hot dish, breakfast hot dish.
a breakfast hot dish. It's a casserole. I know them Minnesotans. I have so many friends from Minnesota and they'll say hot dish and I'm like, no, it's a casserole. Okay, so these are the Druzy adhesive back embellishments and I love this color. It's not gold. It's kind of like a champagne. It's not gold. It's not copper. It's kind of in between. This goes so perfect with this and I love it. So I'm going to use some of these lower, the thing that I like is when you're doing something like this and you've got it popped up, these are the embellishments because these ones do stick up a little bit that you can put right around this area, the hey good looking, and it really helps keep them in place because you've got this popped up already. So let's just take a look at this real quick. Let's move everything out of here. Clean this up a little. My goodness. So on this one, we've got kind of some bright, vibrant. Both of them are using the embossing.
Make sure you're sharing.
Yeah, because these will be in the drawing next week.
Right.
So you got the bright, vibrant. It's kind of, you know, and this one's a little bit more whimsy because I've got everything offset and the background. I thought this would be great, even though it's petal pink. I think this is peach enough that this would be great as a man card with that different colored background on there. Makes it a little bit darker tones.
That's right.
Although both of these could go for women too. You just maybe not want to send the hey good looking to your girlfriends. I don't know. So I want to go through this again. This is the Textured Notes dies. This is available. It does have a set with it, a bundle set if you like to save the 10%. But this is, I think this is going to be very popular. I used the painted stripes. I used the same hay stamp set for the hey good looking. The Keeping in Touch is with the bundle. Of course, you could just buy, if you don't want the die, you can just buy the Pattern of Friendship. I used the Timber 3D embossing folder, and the star of the show was this Wooded Acres. So all of this is extremely fun. Most of it is, be sure to be looking on the online exclusives. If you're not looking on the online exclusives, you're missing it because there's a lot of good stuff in there.
That's right. Just go through the store.
So let's go through announcements and we'll get to the big announcement at the end because Bill is just like chomping. He's like going like this. So subscribe, comment, like, and share on this video now. If you share, your name gets into the drawing for next week where you could win one of these cards. Be sure to sign up for my email if you haven't already. It's a free email. I will have this video photographs of the project, so there'll be at least 3 in this one, dimensions of both cards listed separately, and a list of all the products that I used in my email. You can find that link by just going to my YouTube video in the bottom of the description here, and it will give you the link to sign up for my free email. I cannot sign you up for me. Okay, so you guys know that I have Piccadilly Perks rewards. This is something I've done since basically the start of my business. It is every $35 per purchase, you get a reward. So if your order is $35, you get 1 reward to the name Piccadilly. When you get all of the letters to the name Piccadilly, you get a $25 shopping spree on me. You can save them up to twice so that you would get a $50 shopping spree on me. When you purchase $75, obviously you're going to get, or $70, you're going to get 2. That's how that works. So for every 35 increment per purchase, you get that. Bill and I are working on a Stampin' Up! Challenge for next month. So for every $75, so that is $5 extra, you're going to get 2 Perks rewards, and you're going to get an embellishment. Okay? I have a bunch of embellishments here that I ordered up. What's that?
Not just one embellishment, a pack of them.
A pack of embellishments, that's right. He's wanting. So you need to have $75 before tax and shipping, and then we're going to send you a full pack of embellishments. Now, say you order $75 at the beginning of the month, and then you order $75 at the end of the month.
That's 2.
That's 2 packs of embellishments. Okay. Now this is kind of
4.
And 4 perks rewards. Okay. Yeah, he's really getting into this. Then we're going to have a giveaway. So I have things on here. I've got a stamp set. I've got like some brushes. I've got some DSP and some embellishments. I have a ribbon wrap and ribbon. I've got all kinds of things in here. We have, for every $50, that product amount, like before tax and shipping, spent in my online store in April, you will get your name placed into a drawing. We're going to do 6 drawings. Now this is going to happen on May 7th on Neon Live, so you need to be here so you can see if you win or not. We'll be giving away at least 6 prizes, one is a stamp set, and you can earn more than 1 prize depending on how many times your name's in the drawing. So Bill, do you want to help explain it? So if you do $50 in product order with me in April, what do you get?
1 perk.
1 perk reward.
And 1 name in.
And 1 name in. Okay. So what if you do the $75?
You get 1 perk.
2.
Or 2 perks. 1 name in.
1 name in.
And embellishment pack.
An embellishment. So what if you just do like $150?
$150.
How many perks would they get?
4.
4?
Yeah.
Okay. 4 perks.
4 perks.
No, they wouldn't. They'd get more than that. 150 at 35?
Oh yeah.
They'd get like 5 or 6.
5, yeah.
Yeah, 5 perks.
Yep.
Okay. Then how many embellishments would they get?
2.
2. And then how many times would their name be in the drawing?
3.
3. So does that make sense? It's kind of progressive, but basically the more you spend with us, the luckier.
This starts on April 1st.
It goes, yeah. So the drawing for the prizes start April 1st through April 30th. But on May 7th during our live, that's when we'll be doing the giveaway. We really want to just see if we can get the goal.
Appreciate every sale we get.
We do, we do.
We'd like to break that record.
But we would like to break that record. You are so good at that. You did good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I hope you guys understood that. If there's any questions, just message me. I'll go over it. I will be posting some information coming up, and there will be some information coming out on my emails too. So look for that and let me know. It is only available through Piccadilly Stampin' though. The perks rewards, the embellishments, and these prizes are only available through it makes it a little bit nice to get a little something extra.
That's right.
When you're doing, when you're purchasing your stuff anyway. So have a great evening. We'll be back here next week, 7 p.m. Central Time. And I'll get another video out, and maybe I'll even try a reel over the weekend and see how that works. So
yeah, there we go.
Be patient with me on the reels. It will be new. All right.
Okay.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.